Nithyanandam. Nithyananda and permission. Pardon. Again, please set.
Visualize the powerful cognitions. The intention that you want to manifest for today, whether you want to manifest health, wealth, relationships, enlightenment itself. Visualize your body the way that you want to manifest. Visualize a strong, healthy body without any diseases, completely free from any pains, any discomforts. Visualize your physical body strong. Visualize all your internal organs functioning optimally. And with this, let us now begin the Sankalpa.
ॐ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिसमेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्रीश्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे कृष्णपक्षे षष्ठ्यां शुभतिथौ भानुवासरयुक्तायां सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्रीनाथं वंदते शिखस्वामि वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वासक स्वामी श्री ज्ञानसंबंध स्वामी प्रणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरा अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य सिद्ध कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कत्र साक्षात् श्री परमसंभूत कैलास परंपरागत श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत त्रिषष्टि योगिनी मंडित त्रिषष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनधर्मशासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ स्वामी साम्राज्य भूताभिषेक श्री परमशिव सद्भूत महागुरु ग्रंथ महादेवान के अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगत गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द
Nithyanandam, Nithyanandam, Nithyanandam. So today we will be beginning with the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, the sequence of 108 asanas from the Nithyananda Yoga. The first asana that we'll be performing is the Sukhasana. Sit in a comfortable cross-leg position with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. The mudra that you'll be performing is the Bindu Mudra. Bindu Mudra is when you bring your index and thumb joined together and all the other three fingers extended outwards. Place your hands on your knees. And in this asana, we are going to engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha. So first is the Jalandhara Bandha, bringing the chin to the chest. Second is Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale completely and pull your stomach in and up. Pull your stomach as much as possible. If you want, you can even take your hand and place it on top of your stomach to feel the hollow below your diaphragm. Exhale completely and pull your stomach in and up. The third is the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Nityananda. The next asana is Parvatasana. So extend your legs in front of you and now cross both your legs into Padmasana. So bring your left leg on your right thigh and your right leg on your left thigh. Now keep your palms together in the Anjali Mudra in front of your heart center. And now slowly raise them above your head. Keep your elbows straight and raise them all the way above your head. In this asana, visualize yourself as Mount Kailash. Visualize yourself as the mountain, Mount Kailash. And you're going to perform all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra bandha in this asana. So let us begin with the first bandha. The first bandha is the Jalandhara bandha. So place your chin to the chest and lock your neck. The second is Uddiyana bandha. Pull your stomach in and up. And the third is Mula bandha, contracting your perineum. In this asana also, perform the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhale, visualize, hold your breath, visualize the prana going all the way to your Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, and then exhale. And perform the internal japa, Soham.
अथ वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासनमङ्गलम् यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपी स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्.
Now relax. You can bring your hands down and uncross your legs. The next asana is Hali Pavasana. In this asana, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. And now Bring your hands together behind your back and inhale deeply. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. And then slowly exhale and bend down. Exhale and bend all the way down. Let your forehead touch the ground. Touch your heels. Go all the way down as much as you can. Push yourself as much as possible. And now in this asana, try to push yourself. If you're able to go halfway down, you can go and you can start bouncing up and down and try to loosen up your hip muscles. Keep trying to push yourself as much as possible and go all the way down. In this asana, you're also going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha, which is all three bandhas together. The first is the Jalandhara Bandha, placing your chin on your chest. Second is Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. So while you perform this asana, perform all these three bandhas together. After you perform the bandha, perform the pranayama also, which is the Samana Kumbhaka. Samana Kumbhaka is inhale, hold your breath. While you hold your breath, visualize the prana, the life energy, going to your Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, and then exhale. The internal japa that you'll be performing is Soham.
पूरव विधियाहु में जानो उभय पगथले संपुट ठानो पिष्ट पछेदो कर ल्यावो दक्षिण कर सो वाम गहावो.
Now relax. You can now come up. Continue to keep your legs in the same position. The next asana is Nagi Pavasana. So keep the soles of your feet together. And now you're now going to raise your hands all the way up to the sky and cup your hands. Cup your palms, making a hollow with your palms. And now bend all the way down. Exhale and bend all the way down, bringing your forehead to the ground, bringing your forehead to your heels. In this asana, your hands are going to be extended in front of you and continue to have your palms cupped. In this asana, visualize yourself as a snake. We'll also be performing all the three bandhas again. So the first is Jalandhara Bandha, placing your chin on the chest. Second is Uddiyana Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up. And third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Also perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. When you hold your breath, visualize the fire in your Jataragni. And then exhale. and perform the internal japa of Soham.
पूर्व विधि परि आगाने नीचो होवी कहू निभनास्यो लगाई हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे फसाई दो हाथ की अंजूली करे
Now relax. You can now come up. The next asana is Kokilasana. In this asana, you're now going to bend your knees and bring your feet close to you. You're then going to place your hands in the Prana Mudra. Prana Mudra is your index and middle finger stretched out, your ring and little finger held down with your thumb. Now with your index and middle finger, catch the big toe in your respective feet. And now you're going to stretch your legs outwards and upwards. Stretch your legs out and up. And then you're going to cross your legs into Padmasana. So now place your left leg on your right thigh and continue to hold your toes. Do not leave your toes. Continue to hold your toes and slowly cross your legs into Padmasana. Once your legs are in Padmasana, now slowly lean forward. Lean forward all the way so that your elbows are touching the ground. Lean forward all the way so your elbows are touching the ground. And in this asana, visualize yourself as a bird. Visualize yourself sitting like a bird. And you're going to perform the Mahamudra Bandha in this asana also. The Mahamudra Bandha is all three bandhas performed together. The first is Jalandhara Bandha, pulling your stomach, placing your chin to the chest. The second is Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And the third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Feel the air filling your lungs and visualize the fire in your stomach. Hold your breath for as long as possible and exhale. And perform the internal japa. Soham.
अथान्यदासनं वक्ष्ये येन सिद्धो भवेन्नरः अकस्मात् वायुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च ऊर्ध्वे हस्तद्वयं कृत्वा तदग्रे पादयो सुधीः वृद्धाङ्गुष्ठद्वयं नाथ शनैः शनैः प्रकारयेत्
Now relax. Now you can release your legs from Padmasana. The next asana is Nithyananda. So in this asana, you're now going to put one ankle on top of your opposite knee. Take your left ankle and place it on your right knee. and your right foot under your left knee. So keep one ankle on top of the knee and keep one ankle below your other knee. And now in the same way, you're going to hold on to your opposite elbows. So with your right hand, catch your left elbow, and with your left hand, hold your right elbow. And now you're going to rotate your hands in big circles. Make nice and big circles with your arms. Feel the nice stretch in your shoulders. And now let's switch the direction. If you are rotating in a clockwise direction, now rotate anti-clockwise. In this asana, perform the Mahamudra Bandha. So bring your chin to the chest, pull your stomach in and up, and contract your perineum. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhale, feel the Vayu, the air going to your Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, and exhale. And perform the internal japa, Soham.
घोड़ा बाबा पाद की आशमा हिले सोय दथ चरण को वार लौता परिगुल्फ समोय वाम पाद को माहिलो बहुरव गुल्फ जुजान ता परि घोड़ा दथ की आश बार लीठान.
Now relax. We'll now be going to the next asana. The next asana is Gajasana. So now you're going to place your hands and legs on the ground. Come onto your hands and legs. Press your hands onto the ground and lift your hips as high as possible. Press your hands into the ground and lift your hips as high as possible. Press your hands into the ground and make sure that your ankles also are touching the ground. Now you're going to slowly lower your head all the way to the ground. Bring your forehead close to the ground and then scoop your body forward and come back to the starting position. Bend your elbows and bring your forehead close to the ground and scoop your body all the way up and come back to the same position. Do this again and again. Visualize yourself as an elephant in this asana. Also, in this asana, you're going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha. So while you are scooping yourself up, pull your stomach in and up. And perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale, visualize the fire in your Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, and exhale.
न्युब्जं पादाग्रे भूमौ कृत्वा लम्बीभूय मस्तकाग्रे निधाय
Now relax, but continue to stay in Gajasana. The next asana is Rikshasana. In this asana, keep your hands pressed onto the ground and your hips high.
Nithyananda, we cannot see your video.
Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam. The next asana is Rikshasana. So continue to be in Gajasana and press your hands into the ground and keep your hips high. In this asana, alternate pressing the heel of one foot onto the ground while lifting the other heel up to the sky. So for example, if you are pressing your left heel onto the ground, lift your right heel up to the sky and then interchange. Press your right heel onto the ground and your left heel lifted up to the sky and keep switching. Repeat this again and again. In this asana, visualize yourself as a bear and perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, hold your breath, and visualize the fire in your stomach. And then exhale. The bandha that you'll be performing is Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. Pull your stomach inside as much as you can and perform the internal japa of Soham.
एकैकं पादमाकुञ्च्य गजासनं कुर्यात् वृक्षासनं भवति.
Now relax, and you're going to come to a standing position. Stand tall on your mats. Stand with the tips of the big toes. The next asana is Vaishyasana. So in this asana, stand on your toes and keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. In this asana, you're going to perform the Hridaya Mudra. The Hridaya Mudra is bringing your middle, index and ring finger joined together to the heart center. Bring your index, middle and ring fingers to the heart center. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And the bandha that we'll be performing in this asana is also Uddiyana Bandha. So while you're standing, exhale completely and lift your stomach in and up. Lift your stomach in and up. And in this asana, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Hold your breath. Visualize the fire in your stomach, the Jataragni, and then exhale and perform the internal japa of Soham.
केशेन पादयुगलं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत अधोमुखः अथ वैश्यावक्षे यत्कृत्वा सत्यवान् भवेत्.
Now relax. Now we'll be performing the first karana of the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, which is the Urdhva Janu Karana. So stand with your heels touching together, your toes facing outwards in a 45-degree angle. Stand with your heels touching together, with your toes facing outwards at a 45-degree angle. And now keep your knees bent and bring both your hands to the chest, your elbows parallel to the ground. Now you're going to take one knee. Take your left knee to the center of your body and raise it all the way up and across the body to the side and back to the original position. Simultaneously, as your leg raises, follow the movement with the respective hand, raising it up and across the side to the body and back to the starting position. And then repeat the same thing on the other side. Perform this gracefully. Karanas are literally the building blocks of dancing. So perform these movements as gracefully as you can. Move both your legs and hands simultaneously up and across the side of your body. Now relax and come back to a standing position. Now let's move on to the next asana. The next asana is Balalingasana. So this asana, you're going to first perform the Sarva Vashankari Mudra. The Sarva Vashankari Mudra is when you interlace your fingers, but interlace your fingers so that your fingers are inside of your palms. Interlace your fingers, but make sure that your fingers are inside of your palms. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your right leg, stand on your left leg, and bring your right knee to your chest, and you're going to place your hand on your knee and pull your knee as close as possible to your body. Place your hands on your knee in the Sarva Vashankari Mudra and pull your knee as close as possible to your body. Also in this asana, make sure that your spine is straight. Do not bend forward to take your body to your knee. Keep your body straight and bring your knee to your body. Pull your legs as much as possible. Feel the stretch in your thighs. Nicely stretch your thigh muscles, your hip muscles. And in this asana, visualize yourself caressing a baby. Just like how you would keep your baby as close as possible to you, in the same way, keep your knees as close as possible to your chest. And in this asana, we are now going to perform the Mahamudra Bandha, which is all three bandhas together. So first is Jalandhara Bandha. Bring your chin to the chest. Continue to balance. Do not let go of your balance. Do not become unstable. Continue to have your balance. So first is Jalandhara Bandha. Bring your chin to the chest. Second is Uddiyana Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up. And third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Also in this asana, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Visualize the Vayu, the Prana going to your Jataragni. And then exhale. And perform the japa, internal japa of Soham.
एकं जानु उरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now relax. You can put your foot down. The next asana is Padapidhanasana. So in this asana, now you're going to again stand on your left leg and bring your right foot all the way back behind towards your buttocks and hold your foot with both your hands. Hold your foot with both your hands. In this asana also, make sure that you're having your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And another important aspect of this asana, do not raise your knee. Keep your knees together. Do not raise your knee. Keep your knees together. And feel the nice stretch happening in your thighs. Keep your back straight. Do not bend your back. Keep your back straight. And balance. Do not lose your balance. In this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Mahamudra Bandha, all three bandhas together. So first, bring your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Second is Uddiyana Bandha, pull your stomach in and up. And third is Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And in this asana, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Visualize the fire in your stomach and exhale. Perform the internal japa of Soham.
स्थित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत्तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Now relax. The next asana is Natarajasana. So now again you're going to stand on your left leg and with your right hand hold your right leg, hold on to your right foot, and now slowly extend your left hand forward and lean forward all the way while you pull your leg at the back. Pull your right leg with your right hand and lean forward, extend your left hand in front of you. Your left hand is going to be in the Bindu Mudra. And with your right hand, pull your right leg as high as possible. Pull your right leg as high as possible all the way up to the sky. And your opposite hand, extend your left arm in front of you and place your left hand in the Bindu Mudra. That is your index and middle finger joined together and the rest of your fingers extended out. Lean forward as much as you can. Raise your feet as much as you can. Feel the stretch in your thighs, in your back. In this asana, visualize yourself as Bhagavan Nataraja, the dancing form of Bhagavan Paramashiva. Also perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale, visualize the fire in your stomach and exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum and the japa of Soham.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे
Now we'll be moving to perform the same asanas, the 3 asanas that we just performed: Balalingasana, Padapidanasana and Natarajasana on the opposite side. So let's begin with Padapidanasana. Now let's start with Balalingasana. Now we are going to be lifting our left leg. So before we lift our left leg, let's first make sure that the foundation of our leg is nice and strong. So the first step is slightly lean on to your right leg. Slightly lean on to your right leg and fix your gaze at a drishti point, at a point in front of you. And now slowly raise your left leg up, and also interlace your fingers from the inside out into Sarvava Shankari Mudra. Now as you raise your leg up, bring your hand around your knees and pull your leg to your chest as close to you as possible. This is Balalingasana. Now visualize holding a baby in your hand. Let's perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nostrils as deeply as you can. Feel the air going into your stomach, increasing the Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, and exhale. Internally, we'll chant the japa Soham in our inner space.
एकं जानुपुरसि आलिङ्ग्य स्थातव्यं बाललिङ्गनं भवति.
Now slowly lower your leg down. Next we are moving into Padapidanasana. Now let's lift our we are going to be lifting our left leg once again. So before we lift our left leg, let's once again make sure the foundation of our right leg is nice and firm. Slowly lean on to your right leg. Make sure you're balancing. You're putting pressure equally on the back of your foot, on your toes, on the side of your foot. And then slowly raise your left leg up. Make sure to once again gaze at a drishti point. This will help you a lot to keep the balance. Gaze at a drishti point and pull your leg as close to you as possible. Bring the knee together, bring the knees together, and if you're losing balance, don't try to keep jumping and get into the asana. Once again, place your feet on the ground, slowly lean onto the right side, and then raise your left leg up. So let's get into the asana. Now, in your inner space, visualize Swamiji and continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Internally, chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
चित्वैकस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत्तनुं पृष्ठे संस्थाप्य यत्नेन पादपीडनमासनम्.
Slowly lower your left leg to the ground. Next, we are moving into Natarajasana. So once again, slowly bring your balance, bring your weight onto the right leg and lift your left leg up. Now hold your left leg with the left hand from the inside and slowly lift your leg up. Lift your left leg up. If you lose balance, once again lower your leg Bring balance to your body. Lean on to the right. Slowly lift the leg up. Don't try to keep jumping and get into the asana. That will only make you more tired and you won't be able to do the asana properly. So get into it step by step. Now, once you hold your left leg, stretch your right hand in front of you. And now, as your legs go up, your upper body should go down. And keep your right hand stretched throughout. Visualize Bhagavan Nataraja in your inner space. As you keep the balance, gaze at a drishti point and internally chant the japa Soham.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Slowly lower your left leg down. And now we move into the next, which is the Ardharechita Karna. Now in Ardharechita Karna, let's first bring our legs into the Arimandi position. So bring your heels together, bend your knees, bring your hands in front of your heart center with your palms facing down, elbows at the shoulder level. Now cross your right leg behind your left leg and start making a pendulum motion with your right hand, touching the tip of your nose, bringing your hand all the way out to the shoulder level and back, touching your nose. Then repeat the same on the left side. Once you're done on the left side as well, you can relax and come into a standing position. We're now going to be entering into the skeleton dance. So let's close our eyes, visualize ourselves as a complete skeleton. This is a very powerful meditation to activate, awaken all of the various major and minor chakras of the body. Now start moving every part of your body, your fingers, your toes, your elbows. Take a moment to move all the parts of your body first, and then slowly start increasing the intensity.
Nithyananda Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam, Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam. எட்டாம் படி எடுத்து எட்டு பிரச்சனை வரம் ஆபத்திர காளியம் கருப்பு சமயம் திவ்ய வல்லம சமயம் முன்னோர் என பேச்சிய தள மாரியம்மள சித்திரை கோபுரம் கட்டவே ஆலாப்பண்ணுக்கு அழகு புகுதி நிதி அவரளவு ஜலகி ஆலாப்பண்ணுக்கு அழகு புகுதி நிதி அவரளவு ஜலகி நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம். எட்டாம் படி எடுத்து எட்டு பிரச்சனை வரம் ஆபத்திர காளியம் கருப்பு சமயம் திவ்ய வல்லம சமயம் முன்னோர் என பேச்சிய தள மாரியம்மள சித்திரை கோபுரம் கட்டவே ஆலாப்பண்ணுக்கு அழகு புகுதி நிதி அவரளவு ஜலகி ஆலாப்பண்ணுக்கு அழகு புகுதி நிதி அவரளவு ஜலகி நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் 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 ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம்.
Slowly stop moving your body completely. Let's take a moment to completely stop moving our body. Bring your hands to your side. Just completely relax. Inhale and exhale as deeply as you can. Yes, now slowly, let's open our eyes and we're now going to be moving into the next Karana of the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, which is Katichina Karana. So now let's come into a half squatting position, the Arai position, with our heels touching, knees slightly bent, pointed outward. Now bring your hands above your head, keeping your hands, your palms facing backward. Now turn to the right and open your hands as wide as you can. Come back to the center and repeat the same on the opposite side. Let's perform the Katichina Karana. Make sure to keep your knees bent as you perform this. You're not just standing and turning from side to side. Keep your knees in the Arai position as you turn from side to side. Now slowly come back to a standing position. And now we move into Tadasana. Now in Tadasana, bring your feet together. Bring the feet together and now take a deep breath and raise your hands all the way up. Raise your hands all the way up and keeping your hands raised, keep your palms facing together and now raise the heels off the mat and balance on your toes. Let's visualize a palm tree in our inner space. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale through your nostrils as deeply as you can. Feel the prana going into your system, into your stomach, increasing the Jataragni, and then exhale. Internally chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashiv. 'Om Nithyananda Paramashiv 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 'Om Nithyananda Paramashiv
महामुद्राबद्धकोनौ ताडासनविभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यादन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
Now, from this position, let's stay there for a moment. Let's stay there for a moment. Now, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bring your heels back to the ground and slowly bring your hands by your side. And as we have been looking into many of the asanas where we are doing the forward bend, bend from your hips, not from your back, bend from your hips. Push your hips down, bend from your hips. When you bend from your hips, you'll be able to bend much more forward. And now let's stay here for a moment, allowing our knees, our hamstrings, our calves to slowly stretch. Now, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka and internally chant the japa Shivoham.
महामुद्राबद्धकोनौ ताडासनविभेदकान् विनोतानं सदा कुर्यादन्तर्वत्नीपतिप्रिया.
Next, we'll be moving into the next asana, Tarakshvasana, and also Kailasa Salem. The satsang has been postponed to tomorrow. We'll not be having the Tamil satsang today, so that is why we'll be continuing the Nithyananda yoga. So now let's move into Tarakshvasana. Place your hands on the mat and slowly walk your feet back, coming into a plank position. Now, in this plank position, you can, if you feel it's difficult to stay in this position, then you can place your knees on the mat and perform the asana. Otherwise, staying in this plank position, lock your chin to your chest and rotate your neck from side to side. Move your neck from side to side. And this is the Jalandhara Bandha we are going to be performing along with the Tarakshvasana. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka and chant the japa Shivoham.
गजासनवस्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षं द्रव्यकुक्षं नयेत् तरक्श्वासनं भवति.
Now slowly bring your knees to the ground and then lower your stomach onto the ground, as we are now going to be entering into Bhujangasana. Keeping our hands by the side of our chest, slowly using the strength of the lower back, lift your body up as high as you can. You should be able to remove your hands and stay over there. That's how you know that you're using your you're using your back to lift your body and not your hands. In your inner space, visualize a cobra, a snake. Open your mouth as wide as you can. Inhale through the back of your throat and exhale through your nostrils in the Bhujangani Mudra and chant the japa Shivoham.
अङ्गुष्ठनाभिपर्यन्तम् अधो भूमौ विनिन्यसेत् कराभ्यां च धरां धृत्वा ऊर्ध्वशीर्षफणीवहीं देहाग्निर्वर्धते नित्यं सर्वरोगविनाशनं जागर्ति भुजगी देवी भुजङ्गासनसाधनात्.
Now we move into the next asana, which is Shashasana. Now let's once again come back onto our hands and feet. Now in Shashasana, we are going to start by alternating, bringing one knee to the chest. So bend one knee and pull your leg as close to you as possible, as close to your arm as possible. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. And now the new pranayama we are going to be changing to is the Sahaja Kumbhaka, where we are going to perform the easy breathing, which is just inhale and exhale as deeply as you can. Internally chant the japa Shivoham.
गजासन संस्थितौ जानुद्वयमाकुञ्च्य वारं वारं कर्तव्यं शशासनं भवति.
Now relax and we'll move into the next asana, which is Rathasana. Now in Rathasana, in the same plank position with our hands and legs on the ground, now bring one foot in between of your hands. Bring one foot in between of your hands and now jump and alternate them. So if you had your right leg, bring your left leg forward and bring your right leg back. Try to keep the movement dynamic. In your inner space, visualize a chariot. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Keep breathing through your nostrils and chant the japa Shivoham.
गजासन संस्थितौ एकैकं पादं पुरोमार्गेण भ्रामयित्वा कर्तव्यं रथासनं भवति.
Yes, now let's stand up. Now we'll be moving into Virabhadrasana. So keeping one foot forward and the other foot back. So let's start with our right leg. Keeping your right leg forward and your left leg back. Bend your left leg. Bend your right leg and lower yourself as much as you can. Simultaneously, raise your right hand up and visualize Lord Virabhadra in your inner space. And as you perform this, keep your hips turned in front of you. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and internally chant the japa Shivoham.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Now raise up and let's switch the position. Just turn your body. Now place your left foot forward. Keep your right leg pointed sideways. And once again, raise your hands up. Turn your chest forward. Turn your hips forward. And bend your left leg. And lower yourself as much as you can. Bringing your knees into a 90-degree angle. Visualize Lord Virabhadra in your inner space. And continue to internally chant Shivoham.
वासिष्ठमथ कौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Slowly raise up, bring your feet together, and now we'll be moving into Vrikshasana. Now in Vrikshasana, let's start with our right leg. So once again, as we are going to be balancing on one foot, let's make sure the foundation of our foot is nice and firm and strong. So placing your right foot on the ground, nice and firm. Slowly raise your left leg up and bring your left leg all the way to the inner thigh. Now bring your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra and slowly raise your hands above your head. In your inner space, visualize a tree. Gaze at a drishti point externally to keep your balance. And perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale as deeply as you can through your nose and chant the japa Shivoham.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु तिष्ठेत्तु वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः
Now slowly bring your hands down. Now raise your foot, raise your left leg and place it in front of the right thigh. Bring your hands down. Using your hands, take your left foot and place it on the right thigh. And now bring your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. As we now perform Garudasana, visualize Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Lord Vishnu, and in your inner space, continue to chant Shivoham.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषात् विनिर्मुक्तो भवति इह महाबली
Now let's bring our left foot down and perform the same asanas on the right side. Now slowly leaning on to the left leg, raise your right leg up all the way into the inner thigh. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center in the Namaskar Mudra and raise your hands up. Visualize a tree in your inner space and continue to inhale and exhale in the Sahaja Kumbhaka as deeply as you can, and internally chant the japa Shivoham.
वामोरुमूलदेशे च याम्यं पादं निधायतु तिष्ठेत्तु वृक्षवद्भूमौ वृक्षासनमिदं विदुः
Next, we move into Garudasana. So bring your hands down. Using the support of your hands, let's raise our right leg to the front of the thigh of the left leg. Now, bring your hands together in front of your heart center in the Namaskar Mudra and visualize Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Continue to breathe through your nostrils as deeply as you can.
गरुडासनमावक्षे येन ध्यानं स्थिरं भवेत् सर्वदोषात् विनिर्मुक्तो भवति इह महाबली उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे प्रबन्धासनमित्याहुः गोरक्षासनमेव च अङ्गुष्ठमुष्टिकं ज्ञेयं ब्रह्मप्रासादिदं तथा सार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम् गुल्फस्थितो पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृशेत् तत्करेण गुल्फं चान्यं धारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीठं चाभ्यसेच्चोभयत्र प्रसार्यैकं पादतलं संस्थाप्य त्वेकपादकम् गुल्फस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्पृशेत् तत्करेण गुल्फं चान्यं धारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीठं चाभ्यसेत् चोभयत्र तो वो फना पानी होए वैसे एड़ी दो गुदानी वैसे कोरपग धलिया की माहिली आयस माहेरा शेमिली उभय पगथली समटहरावे तिनको माहिली कोर मिलावे फना पानी उकड़ होए वैसे एड़ी दो वो जोनी निवैसे
Sorry for the technical glitch. Now in the same position, bring your gaze upward and gaze towards your third eye. As you visualize Swamiji in your inner space, perform the Brahmari Kumbhaka, making the buzzing like sound, and chant the japa Sada Shivoham.
दो पगथली समुट करे कोरवारली भूपरि धरे कोरवारली राखे ऐसे तापरी मूल द्वार की वैसे
Now we move into the next asana, which is Suryasana. After this, once again, we can take a break. So let's stay on, let's hold on. One more asana and then we can relax our legs. So now bring the soles of your feet together and raise your knees off the ground. And now bring your thumb, little finger and wrist together. Open your fingers out like a flower and raise your hands up all the way. Gaze upward towards the ceiling. Visualize Lord Surya or the sun in your inner space. Continue to perform the Brahmari Kumbhaka and chant the japa Sada Shivoham.
एड़ी दो गुदा तनियाने फना पानी बैठक को निठाने घोड़ा जंगा अधर करे रहे आड़े बाम इसी विधि गहे.
Yes, now we can relax our toes, come into a seated position on your heels. on the floor, sorry, and keep your toes stretched in front of you. Just relax your feet. Relax your toes, relax your knees for a moment. Yes, now we are going to be moving into the next asana, which is Mandukasana. Now in Mandukasana, sit on your heels with your toes flat. Keep your toes flat. Not going to keep your toes tucked. Keep your toes flat and keep your knees wide apart. Place your hands on your knees. And now let's perform the Manduki Mudra, where we roll our tongue backward and press the back of the tongue towards the upper palate. In your inner space, visualize a frog. Gaze towards your third eye. And now we are changing the pranayama from Brahmari Kumbhaka to Sahaja Kumbhaka. So just inhale and exhale as deeply as you can through your nose, and chant the japa internally, Sada Shivoham.
पादतलौ पृष्ठदेशे अङ्गुष्टे द्वे च संस्पृशेत् जानुयुग्मं पुरस्कृत्य साधयेन्मण्डुकासनम्.
Next, we are moving into Uttana Mandukasana. Now let's raise our hands up and cross your hands, touching the opposite shoulders from behind your head. Continue to perform the Manduki Mudra. Roll. Press the back of your tongue towards the upper palate. Gaze towards your third eye. Visualize a frog in your inner space. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale as deeply as you can. And chant the japa Sada Shivoham.
मण्डुकासनमध्यस्थं कूर्पराभ्यां धृतं शिरः एतद्धेकवदुत्थानमेतदुत्थानमण्डुकम्.
The next asana is Simhasana. So now let's cross our ankles and sit on the heels. Cross your ankles and sit on your heels. Keep your hands on your knees. And now slightly lean forward and exhale forcefully as you stick your tongue out. And exhale forcefully like a lion's roar. Internally chant the japa Sada Shivoham.
दक्षिणं सव्यगुल्फेन दक्षिणेन तथेतरं हस्तौ ददान्वो संस्थाप्य स्वाङ्गुलीश्च प्रकार्य च.
Yes, relax. Uncross your heels, uncross your feet, and now cross your hands behind you and try to hold on to the opposite big toes with your index and middle finger. This is Bhadrasana. In your inner space, visualize Swamiji. Continue to perform the Brahmari Kumbhaka. So inhale and exhale like making a buzzing sound. Tuck your chin to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha and chant the japa Sada Oham.
गुल्भौ च वृषणस्याधो विक्रमेण समाहितः पादाङ्गुष्टौ कराभ्यां च धृत्वा च पृष्ठदेशतः.
The next asana is Kaka Bhusandi Asana. Let's now come into a squatting position and keep your heels flat on the ground. Now bring your hands in between of your legs and wrap your legs, bringing your hands behind your back. Try to hold on to your fingers behind you. Visualize a crow in your inner space and chant the japa Sada Shivoham.
प्रथमे वेसक उगड़ठाने दो हाथ पगम मीच आने तिनको मोड़ी नलिया परिल्यावे पिष्ट पछे काकसी करावे.
Now, slowly let's enter into Shavasana. Please lay down on your back. Let's take a few minutes to completely relax our body. Adjust your legs in a comfortable way. Adjust your hands by your side. Completely relax your body for a few moments. Inhale and exhale as deeply as you can.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.